Welcome back, everybody, to Challengers NA. My name is Marks, and this is still Tenrek beside me. And we've got Sad up against Blue Otters. Map 1 out of the way. And now we're going to map number 2, which is Haven, which is Blue Otters' map pick.
If you're just joining us, Sad Esports was able to beat out Blue Otter 13-10 on Abyss after an explosive attack consistently left the other team discombobulated on the backups. But here on Haven, where everything is a little more fast-paced and a little less committal, it's likely that Blue Otter will have a lot more tricks up their spleen, and Sad Esports will tricks up their spleen. And Sad Esports, unfortunately, their record on Haven, not a lot to write home about as of now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you got tricks, I hope you're not storing them in your spleen, because that feels very inconvenient.
I don't even know how I do that.
Out.
Like,
some sort of medical procedure, I'm sure. But you raise an excellent point, because also, too, looking at Haven, I mean, Blue Otter did win Haven out pretty decisively, and they did look really good playing this neon composition. Now, on the other hand, they're going up against Sad Esports. Sad Esports trying a couple of different ideas out, right?
Yeah, a couple things. I don't think this new roster has gotten to display its ideas, but Nabil's been trying to make the ISO work for like a really long time now, and it's starting to make everyone a little uncomfortable how long he's committing to the bit. So we'll see if he'll continue to do that, and we'll see a double duelist Haven out here from Sad Esports. If we do, I don't have high hopes that Sad will be able to take this into Blue Water. I mean, this map, I think, is the right place to go for them, to give them their chance. They will, unfortunately, have to start out on defense, which means I expect a lot of brazen lane switches just to keep them active, just to keep them perked up, and then probably just collapsing on Courtyard by the end game if they have their stride.
Yeah, and once again, there's still, right now, one of these teams are going to be able to get their qualification spot for playoffs for Stage 3. One of these teams is going to go down to the lower bracket, upon which they have to face the winner of Rose versus Trust and Plug. And then they get to go for potentially that second playoff. But if you can secure this right now, I mean, that's going to be huge. And now we are going to be loading into Haven here. As we talked about, Blue Otter is going to be starting us out on defense. Sad Esports on the attack. And, doesn't look like there's any ISO this time, so we're going to be having mirror compositions coming through, and a lot of zip zap neon play. That's what I'm predicting.
War is over. Back to neon. Let's go. My favorite duelist in
Hold
the
up
game
a minute.
in this current state.
War is over, and then said back to neon. I'm gonna let you think about that.
Well, because the war happens when the patch comes and everyone has to figure out what to do next. Right now, we live under a solid dictatorship, and while my rights may not be existent, I know who my leader is, and I feel comfortable with that. I feel safe.
Darkest.
Yeah, Darkest should not feel safe because he's getting a whole lot of people coming his way, but he's able to handle himself on the sewer swing, as is Ferb. So on the B swing, Sad Esports will explode right into Haven, and this is looking like a strong first attack round.
Oh, an absolutely dominant attack round. The spike goes down. Right now, Bob and Zostal, the two members who left Sad Esports, are all that's left. And already you can see Ferbsa trying to take a lot more space. Make it really uncomfortable for Zostal to make this one happen. Zostal going down, and now Bob up against the world. And this is looking like Sad Esports. It was very explosive, and they should get this first round.
Very evident that a lot of what Sad's attack is going to work is going to be predicated off of Ferbs' ability to just open up that space. Such is the nature of the neon meta, and clearly Sad's newness to the map. Again, definitely a lot of scrimming, I'm sure, but nothing on the record books for this new Sad roster just yet here on Haven. Except for today, of course.
Quite frankly, I mean, just Ferbsa being ready to swing off of Darkest. Like you said, Darkest in such a tough position. And immediately Ferbsa just kind of comes zipping to the rescue, is able to find that kill there. On top of that, finds a couple more. Makes it so much easier for Sad Esports to go. And this is the pace that you expect to see, especially when you've got that neon in your roster. And I imagine it's going to be yet another rinse and repeat of that last round. Nabil going to be the only one who's playing that Cypher on the lurk. But otherwise, Ferbsa probably going to be running it down onto C as soon as the team can pick up this ultimate orb.
Very likely. We'll see if Darkest decides to rip this Aftershock towards Zostal, or if they're just going to sell the C. Because, I mean, obviously Zoe's going to make the call mega early. Sad are going to go with it. I think, no, fast lane and they don't commit to it? Guys, You only have so much in your kit. I'll say this much.
I think it's honestly just because Nabil was able to take so much space in this flank. And so I'm wondering whether or not they're gonna get ready to go again. And just Nabil able to find a couple of backstabs will open things up completely for Ferbsa to run around.
Shondex is watching. They'll get this early, but Nabil still gets the kill. Now they're swinging into the cage. Can you get another one? Oh, you sure can. And the rest of SAD have no trouble getting on C site either. It is a storm front for SAD as they'll blaze the trail into round 2 with ease. It was all a ruse for one of the most elaborate crunches I've had the pleasure of seeing on this map in some time.
And that's all off the back of Nabil. Able to get so much space on that A site,
Gorgeous
all
realm.
the way back into the spawn. And like you said, you know, SAD Esports, they were thinking about it. Maybe we just go A. I mean, we've got that site for free. Wait a second. What if we can get a couple of kills on that back line? And suddenly, you saw the attention of Blue Water just swing rapidly behind them, in front of them. And the rest of SAD Esports just swarm on top. This time around, looks like it's going to be an A site. An excellent fault line getting ready to go as Ferbsa going in and finds that first kill. Ferbsa has been uncontested in some of these runs.
Literal runs. This is Ferbsa's morning jog.
Victory laps at this point, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Instant reaction from Blue Water is to take some semblance of space. Oh, no. Okay. That's right. That's what you do. The Darkest watching the window early on here. Wow. Amazing spray timing, Darkest. Well done. Wow. This is a smattering right now.
Yeah, and keep in mind, too, this was the gun round for Blue Otter. They came into this with the superior weaponry by far. Now that they've lost 2, SAD Esports are matching them. Execute coming in from SAD.
Ferbsa opening. Okay. All right. Bob can't land those. That's really tragic.
Come here.
Another chance swiped away from Blue Otter here on SAD's attack half. Which it should be said, they did choose to start on. So it is entirely possible that Blue Water's attack will be just as explosive as this, just as performative as this. Queen Bobsta obviously not able to do as much slipping and sliding and flipping and flopping as Ferbsa is right now, who, by the way, is one of 4 members of SAD who have yet to die.
It's just been Dip. Dip's the only one who's died twice.
I've got to feel
2
kind
out
of
of 3
bad.
of these rounds.
Not 3-0, but guys, I'm negative. What are we gonna do about that, though?
Anything for the team, Dip. You don't understand. And once again, we're seeing a very similar play, except this time, Nabil is taking a lot of space onto B. So if they do decide to back out of that C site, B is a lot more friendlier to move in. They just got to be careful of Bob, but with those bullets going off, the information should be given away. I'm curious to see how SAD decide to play this. Still looking for a pick here or there before they decide to commit on any of these sites.
Blue has not swung off of anything but intel yet. Not even dry peeking with flashes. Not even just chancing something. Either it's an exec or it's bust. And with the fault line, you're able to field some attention to A site, but I mean, pretty quickly Blue Water are going to catch on to the fact that this is a rotation. The question is, do you get any kills along the way? Darkest does not. Ferbsa,
huge.
Paranoia quick on. Yeah, that's a great stopper. Brings us down to 35 seconds and the smoke recycled. Ferbsa forced to overdrive early and just try to get inside this attempted stopper from Zoe, but it's just still not enough. But the rest of Blue is here and they can take their shots from afar. Good job, but the snake up from Nabil will shut it down before they can complete. Such a tight window of time to get that done. And it will cycle through again with Shondex. Will get shut down by the Ditto. 3 kills for Nabil. 4 rounds for SAD. So far, unstoppable.
Yeah, Nabil on that flank has been instrumental at dismantling Blue Water. It really felt like Blue Water were doing such a good job with the stall. They weren't taking any of the bait that SAD Esports was throwing at them. Oh, are we going here? Fault line down on A side? I don't know. It could be anywhere. And yet still they hold all of their ground, holding on their utility as well to stall things out as necessary. And the Paranoia is such an excellent timed Paranoia to fly out and completely destroy what SAD Esports were planning. Unfortunately, it's Nabil in the backline, still unchecked, still as dangerous as ever, just as Ferbsa gets that first kill and is looking for the next.
Well, he's still getting tracked after taking down Darkest in revenge, but can somehow escape that.
I know exactly where you are.
Blue is pretty committed to this, which means SAD does not have to be, but Ferbsa is really making A-Site tempting by clearing it out all his damn self.
Right here.
But C-Site is the better move, by all accounts. And so SAD Esports will migrate, while Nabil will threaten and probably execute another glorious roam.
At this point, if you are Blue Water, you have to be aware. C-Site. If all else fails, they're going C-Site. But please watch for flankers. Those are the two things that have to be going through your brain right now, just because we've seen SAD Esports do it every single time. Now with SAD Esports, interesting call being made here. They're going to make it try and seem like it is C-Site.
Yeah.
As they start to move their way around, they might be going for an A execute, which should be pretty quick given the neon as well.
Nabil has gotten to be so perfect on these checks. Everything is clear. So SAD at this point have really nothing to hide.
Cover going out.
They'll hop onto a free A site with 13 to go. Another perfectly managed rotation here. But they have to watch a hell of a lot of angles, including the back, where Zoe will have to clear all of spawn before he goes for the site itself, and that's blocked out by a trap wire, so have to use your first TP for that too. Resources consistently expended by Blue Otter.
Take flight.
But Dip whiffs. Ferbsa in wait for the shock dart. And Blue spot an opening. Easy drop down on the dart from the Owl Drone. Benji cares not. Still catches him before the Ditto enshrouds. Nabil, 1v2, trying to save for time, but also whiffs himself. And Blue Otter will survive and have just enough time to get this spike defused.
And see, this is what SAD Esports are playing around right now. Nabil's just domination of that A site. At this point, Blue Water have not been able to read that, and so they have different options that they can play around with. That time they decided to go A, but I like how Blue Otter played that retake. We complimented Blue Otter previously on their retake specifically. I think it's extremely strong, and that round showed just that. They were able to also, too, set Zoe still up on that flank, just sidestep that trap wire. And yeah, once again, the flank is key in making sure that the other team on the other end is not really able to do anything. So, Blue Water on the board, a lot of members potentially going out here. Bob casts the ultimate, but immediately gets shut down.
Wow, yeah, I didn't expect that peak so early from SAD. Expected them to at least play a little further back, so if the overdrive did come, they'd be forced back into T, but they're ready to fight. Ferbsa is so ready to fight. And ultimately, they'll go down for two, while Welly from the back is able to just pot shot these Hunter Fury shots and leave it to a 1v2, but still, with the raw speed and power that this was taken, well, now Bill's not checked. Oh my god!
Way.
Oh my god!
Oh, and you can tell the fear, knowing Nabil is still alive.
Bro.
Like,
He was about to peek, and then Nabil was like, nope, skip, next round, skip.
yeah, pretty much. Welly too took a second to just look around, look at different angles. Oh no, am I being flanked by the Cypher again? I don't know. It's the paranoia that's going on. The mind games are starting to come out simply by having Nabil alive. Ferbsa, on the other hand, doing an excellent job at finding these opening first bloods. Round after round. Bob has not been able to keep up, unfortunately. Ferbsa ready to go in already.
Yeah, this is another fast exec, and then they're trying to condition so that there's a flanker, at least one, and then Nabil will catch that. I think he was expecting maybe a little more lane presence earlier on, but Blue will split themselves, and so Nabil will kind of just turn with him back into T and get to play lane essentially for free. A good thing too, because Benji's getting sprayed down in the boxes, and we'll still let this paranoia fly as soon as they swing out. He just doesn't care. Fault line, Ferbs is ahead of it. So sorry, guys. You're playing against Neon right now. Oh, so is Darkest, though, and he's able to clear this out, no problem. Oh, man, but they're just able to fire away at Link, and they have nothing. This is, I mean, not like domination, not like not like I don't expect Blue Water to come out with the same intense and crazy plays that we're seeing Sad go through right now, but a streak like this, any player, anytime, any context, this hurts.
Oh, yeah. It really hurts. I mean, take a look at how many of these rounds have gone over. It took 4 rounds before Blue Otter was even able to get a single round. And the Neon play just is not working to the same degree that we saw on Abyss, where Bob going on some of those, you know, off-road excursions, let's call them, flying around the map, still able to get a lot of value, was that same pressure that we're basically seeing Nabil do this time. Bob has not been able to get started at all. I don't think that the Neon play is working like that. The Neon still needs that support, and that's what we're seeing Sad Esports give Ferbsa. Ferbsa also absolutely cracked this round. This is not looking good for Blue Water, and that's why we're seeing that timeout right now. They have to take a second, calm things down, try and figure out what is going on, and find a solution, because this is very quickly slipping away from them, and they might find themselves into that lower bracket, playing to even stay alive in this tournament.
And already playing on such a slippery slope. It feels now or never is the mentality, more and more round by round. When Blue are already behind on ult cycle, way behind on eco, this is one of the biggest commitments they'll make. Because Bob is back on that op. But guess what? Ferbsa has another overdrive ready to go. He will take over the entirety of the site. Zostal TPs directly into Darkest sightline. Rolling Thunder is blasphemously early, but it's so Zeke can at least deal with Ferbsa. Thankfully, though, Sad weren't pushing with Ferbsa. They were just going to A site while Ferbsa was killing everybody. So we'll head on to A site where not everybody is, but Welly is waiting, and on Link he's able to take out Nabil before the rest of Sad get on site. Owl Drone to allow additional pressure, but Dip is unfettered by the neural theft that's executed upon that peak. Sad now play keep away yet again from Link, and for that matter from Lobby, but how much is Zeke able to do here when he spotted so damn early? Now a Rolling Thunder can be very safely placed kind of wherever Darkest wants to, but instead, the timing's off! Zeke enters too early! A blind for blind forces Sad forward onto Link and Hell first to waste time and play for an uneven fight. Dip will find the angle onto Welly before the crunch can be executed from Sewer, but it is eventually, leading to a 1v2 for Benji that he cannot stall. Zeke, the raw aggression pounds through and gives Blue Water their second round of the game.
The raw aggression indeed. Zeke finding 4 on that round. As the Otter squad, they're able to get 2. Sure, the Rolling Thunder did come early, but it more or less guaranteed that they're able to deal with a threat onto that C site, setting Blue Water up for success on that retake onto A. One of those risky maneuvers where you do split yourselves up on the attack is that you leave a little bit of a weaker offense on another site. And Sad Esports were able to capitalize off of that one. The fact, too, that Dip just stood in the middle of the site and was still able to get the kill onto Bob, that is just something else. Bob usually has that shot, and I mean, I guess you're not expecting the Sova to be looking right up at you.
Right at you, yeah.
Fast aggression coming in. Ferbsa already on the site with the fast lane.
Yeah, they got a feeling that with no ults, there's no way Blue Otter, even though neither of the ults really had any, you know, premise that round, they still think that they can do the exact same thing and get away with it this time. Because they got ults too now. Darkest didn't get to use that Rolling Thunder before, got caught off early, and that was kind of the only real blemish on the previous round. Just snowballed from there thanks to Zeke's insane-o aggression, which he can't exactly do again because he ain't got a Rolling Thunder this time, so... Oh, Shondek spotted early though! Easy kill! Bob spotted. Ferbs are gonna try and swing it, I guess, but it'll allow the Hunter's Fury out from Dip with basically no repercussion except you don't hit anything because Bob's playing Neon, so he can just kind of run around it. Ooh, Zoe holding with a shotgun to at least play it out a little bit longer, but yeah, far too much in your way this time if you're Blue Water. No way to really get inside without somebody else seeing you.
Thing is, though, Blue Water forced Sad Esports to dig deep into their ultimate pocket. If I'm being honest, I think Dip might have been a little bit quick with that Hunter's Fury. Wait until you at least hear someone on the bomb defuse. Guarantees at least a little bit of value, stalls it out for a little bit longer. Maybe you can stagger with Darkest, not using the Rolling Thunder. But instead, Dip getting a little bit proactive. Sad Esports, to me, that shows confidence. And what confidence brings usually is better shots. They secure the round win regardless, which is a good thing for them because Blue Otter's economy is not looking good. Bob, the only one with a rifle on this round. Sad Esports, meanwhile, they're swimming in buckets of credits. Plenty of guns to go around here. And Bob actually pushing up gets a little bit more information, and you can tell Blue Otters are ready for this A-side attack. They back off completely, let the utility drain out of Sad Esports.
And Bob is not afraid to threaten this flank early, knowing that there's a good chance Nabil is also still on the roam. That'll be a fun fight that Bob will win. So she'll be able to rush into this kind of willy-nilly, forcing Sad to recheck lobby basically the rest of this round. And Bob, it looks like she'll end up going there. Just wanted to double check to make sure there's not a second flanker. Oh, re-entry from Shondex. Gorgeous first shot onto Burpsa. Had a lot of training with Neon sliding at this point, I guess. All of a sudden, Zostal alone, except for Bob coming back from sewers still, who is the only Vandal holder, and she'll make good work of it. Dip goes. Darkest can spray through for the 5 damage. And Zo, woo! Yo, the classics are nasty tonight, for sure. But Sad will get an 8.
What is going on? The classics are nasty tonight. Yeah, that's unbelievable. But still, Sad hold on. A little bit closer than they were probably expecting. As a Blue Otter feels like they're not letting up yet. They still want to keep this one competitive. They haven't given up. But that's going to be important if they want to find themselves back into this one. A couple of ultimates available. Bob as well as Welly. 2 very impactful ultimates, actually. But if Sad Esports play their cards right, get 1 kill, Nabil could use the neural theft, which would give a lot of information away to the squad.
Huh. Well, oh, okay. Ooh, Bob's here early, though. And she'll just...
Tracking.
Wow.
Gun here.
All right.
Last round in the
Is that what
half.
it was like? Watching Emperor Palpatine just kind of go around and electrocute people?
Now die!
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty
my
much.
God.
Clinic from Bob.
Goes here.
Yeah,
And-
that was gorgeous, but it was interception. I mean, that was what Blue Otter was holding so much strength in the previous match, and then they abandoned ship the moment they realized that Sad was up to speed. But all of a sudden, everyone's here. So
Yeah.
why don't you just do that every round, man? Guys, it's that easy. Just do that every round. Come on,
Just win the round, you know? What's stopping you?
just kill him, guys. What are you doing?
Now, actually, we see Sad Esports on their back foot. Not full weaponry bought up here, but Bob going down first. Not how you want this one to go. Hunter's Fury in response.
And it'll only be able to tag 2. Another early Hunter's Fury here from Zeke to try to zone out the B push and to let them again just catch it. And it'll work out pretty damn well, actually, unless Dip is able to just mow them all down. Zostal, never mind! You only need the one! And Zostal is not one to be trifled with. Darkest can hold out the storm and give Sad a 9th 10.5.
Switching sides.
Okay. 9-3.5. That's looking good for Sad Esports, but Blue Water, I was really impressed when I saw their attacking side on Haven last time.
Here.
Curious to see if we're going to be able to see that. Because last time they were pushing into a chamber, which was a lot easier to do. You don't have to worry as much about these random trap wires slowing you down and giving your location up. This time around, they're going into Nabil, who's been quite formidable on those flanks. Regardless, you know what? With the playstyle they've been using, I wouldn't be surprised to see Furbsa just kind of running it down off of Darkest's fault line.
Yep.
Like, that's just what you expect to see, right?
That's just kind of the picture of the modern day. They're here. They're together. And fault line is out. Wow. Look at that. Mark, you play this game or something?
It's just, you know, sometimes you just know the call.
Oh,
Yeah.
the extra flash. Yeah, twist that knife a little deeper for me, Sad Esports. But it allows an open A site for Blue Water to get on, unless Dip is in hell, can't finalize, neither can Nabil. This is working out for Blue Water. They're able to get on and create some decent space, and now they know that the rest of this team has got to be from the flank. Save for, of course, Rip Benji, who will just replace that spot in heaven. Spike is stranded, though. That is the catalyst of the round now, as Darkest just has to make sure no one wraps back. Benji's too far away to play that extra guard. And with 50 seconds left, Blue can easily take the secondary angle on this.
Ooh.
And so Darkus tries to get proactive with the fault line, at least get a little bit of extra time in zoning in. Benji's starting to recognize that Bob is probably zooping. And with the worst gun for that long-range fight, Benji stays alive with 10 HP.
Oh, excellent smoke here.
30 seconds left.
Just forced to check everything along the way. Darkus, though, so far out. Just waiting for that wrap back. Won't get it. Benji also a mile away, making sure no one extends. It's just how safe you have to play on that defense. Now we can fully re-engage. Fault line back again. No way Darkus doesn't engage with it unless Welly takes the fight early. And everyone knows where Benji is now. Oh, unless they're watching Heaven. Okay, no, Shondex has the lead.
That was such an instrumental pick we saw Willie get there.
Yeah.
Finding Darkus, no more fault line, no more flash, no more aftershock as well. Take that out of the equation completely. I think if Darkus just waited a little bit longer, played a little bit more coordinated, I think there was an opportunity there, but unfortunately got a little bit too greedy, so Blue Otter are going to be the ones to find that pistol. They got to be able to start converting these rounds. The 9-3 curse is a known thing. I do like Blue Otter's attack here. Let's see if they can live up to the hype.
They found my wire.
Shondex, wire broken early, has a good feeling there's a little more to that push than meets the eye. But it'll also give Blue Otter that inference that A-Site is once again quite vulnerable this round. Ripe for the taking. Saddle put up a good fight to try and resist, though. Smoke to deny. And big wrap back
Spike planted.
against Shondex's hold. Trapwire destroyed very early, and they're just doing so much backdoor checking.
I understand why you do that, but at the same time, you're losing so much time. That flank has to move up here, unless you're just trying to play for exits and die to the spike.
I guess they are, because they're not moving up at any point here. I think they are just gonna play for the orbs, the creds, the kills.
Go, go, go.
Oh.
Okay. No, that's just gotta be to scare him. Oh, no, they'll move on. They're gonna move in on this, I guess. Or no, they'll get kills and then just die to spike. Yeah, they're just gonna try and converge on this. Okay. Well, I mean, 2's decent.
Yeah, I mean, 2 is what you would kind of want to ask for, but Blue Otter stayed alive. 3 Guardians, so the more expensive guns are going to be carried over into this next round. Sad Esports, enough money now to buy up what they need to. And this is where things start to get interesting. Based on how we've seen Blue Otters play, I imagine it's going to be a little bit more patient this time. I imagine it's going to be a little bit more slow. But of course, they're going to fake a little bit, try to get that information out first before they decide to interact really with any of these sites. And Bob going in quick doesn't spot anybody out here. So we'll just, once again, just try and play for that information. Yet the spike gets moved up onto B, which could be the site they want to go for. Get that planted and completely back out. It's a solid strategy and it works pretty well.
In. And
Ooh.
back out. Yeah, nothing doing that. Where? Try again. And bad util trade as well. Sad didn't have to spend much there.
Yeah.
Also guaranteed lack of intel with Verbs is so far up. Well handled bonus so far, but if the stack pushes into. Oh my God,
Spike
Verbsa.
down A.
Oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
The trigger discipline. Unbelievable. That might have just gotten Sad their 10th round.
That's the
finding
bonus.
3 kills as well. Unbelievable stuff. And yeah, Bob goes down.
C.
I have retrieved the spike.
Keeping 4 guns here is unprecedented for Sad.
My ultimate.
Oh, they won't. See? I set the precedent, and then Blue Otter uns it.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, sure.
10 seconds left.
Okay. I trust you.
Shondex is going to at least sell the plant to maybe get one more kill here. Oh, he does! What? That's crazy. Okay, nice job, dude. That's actually massive, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, given the fact that you dropped 3 of their rifles, and this is going to be the round that Blue Waters should have enough to get somewhat of a buy going. We do see some Vandals get into their hands, while Sad Esports, not really. Ferbsa going for the Bucky. Does have the overdrive available, though. So that might be the weapon of choice this round. But doesn't take away from the fact that Darkus probably going to be left hanging without a full rifle. Yeah, Darkus is the one who gets the Bucky. All right, we'll see how this one kind of plays out. The weapon advantage securely onto Blue Otter's side. Unless Ferbsa kind of goes nuts with this Bucky in hand. A little bit unlikely. Overdrive still available as the Ultorb gets rescued.
I just try and, yeah, just refurbish this into an overdrive push. Oh, no, I just went for a one and done with the shotgun. That's... I mean, I would say unlucky, but you're playing Neon, so I'm not giving you that consolation. Blue inserted into A lane. Not committed, though. They'll wait for the neural theft to do that. Great booster seat to get them in this round. Oh, Owl Drone instant connection. Zeke is way too far up for that kind of shenanigan dip. Come on now. Playing right into Darkest hands, though. Opening frag and the smoke out to get out safely, with a lot of util having to get burned in the process here by Blue. Wow, a lot of util having to get burned in the process here. Easy swing, easy frag for Darkest. Intercepted, but still not cleared. And Sad only good for one. Nabil has to deal with the rest, and already getting watched like a hawk. By now, 2 initiators. Uncertain of where Zeke could transfer to. Now he knows. Well, he's still figured out, and Nabil gets it done! That's all the information you need to absolutely decimate!
Oh, it's not there. It's not very often you get to see a clip highlight like that. Nabil wins that one out. Sad now at 11. Just going around the corner, taking those peeks. Rifle in hand, one tap, done. Unbelievable stuff. Sad Esports poised to win out the series and secure their spot in the playoffs, breaking the narrative that has been set, breaking the usurping that we've seen from so many of these Challengers teams thus far. It isn't over yet for Blue Otter. They're going to be on a little bit of a discount buy here. No ultimates really available for them on this one. Ferbsa still has the overdrive, but more importantly, Ferbsa has the outlaw. Given all these light shields, that's still one shot, one kill.
Take flight.
Anyone spotted by this outlaw is dead. But anybody spotted in general by Sad is pretty close to it as well. Sean Dex, that's why you go unspotted. That's why you go undetected is the Cypher. And that leaves more than enough space for lane to get re-cleared and Sight to do the very same. Blue Otter tossed to the wayside, but they should not be out of consideration just yet. Zostal, early hold on the blocks, and Welly playing keep away with the Hunter's Fury. Sean Dex up close and personal on the window, but Dip is inserted early and has gotten 2, and Sean Dex down to 1. He saves the day anyway and keeps the party going for Blue Otter.
I am in disbelief right now. Sean Dex single-handedly is picking up Blue Otter and dragging them to the finish line right now. Sean Dex has been playing so damn well this entire series. Even in the previous series, the aim is just unbelievable. And it's in these moments that we're seeing that step up really make a difference. Blue Water win a round that they had no business doing so. Sad Esports are now the one who are forced onto the save. Zeke has the Rolling Thunder online as well. Things are starting to swing back for Blue Otter. Can't count them out just quite yet.
Not by a long shot. Early lane control again from Sad up A. Early lane clear on C again from Blue. No guns bought up except that shotgun by Ferbsa to try to get that early punish. But the gamble stack will once again guess wrong, and Darkest is found out by the recon. Nabil will make the opportunity to swing known, and is good to at least clear out that W key demon. But no more. And Sad still gonna opt to play for distance and lurk peaks before the site itself. The right call, just to keep this Blue Otter economy scratching and clawing, which it most certainly is.
All the utility being tossed out right now, so SAD Esports are aware of what's happening. Overdrive going to be activated. Rolling Thunder ready to go, but Ferps gets one.
Zeke still on the boxes. Benji will extend. Zeke still on the boxes. Dip. Well, Zeke is no longer on the boxes, but Dip has seen him. Is concussed by the fault line. Doesn't care. Can drone safely to pop out onto Zostal, or can you? He'll just spray down the origin point. And Dip's extension is now so dangerous. One lone move will crush you in the eco. And Blue Water crush SAD with only one man standing.
Both of these teams are going for the win here. Oh my goodness, it's so close down to the wire. Blue Water within striking distance of SAD. If they can continue to keep this going, they could force out map number 3 bind. But not quite yet. A lot of ultimates online for SAD Esports. Blue Water have quite a few to respond with, but unfortunately, a lot of them will not get the value that they are looking for. I think that this is one of those rounds that SAD Esports really could just use all of their ultimates and pretty much just win it. They just got to make sure that their executes are clean like they've been doing thus far, and it's been looking really good from SAD thus far.
Drone far back into lobby from Blue. To sell that re-clear. Darkest peeking on top, and now the Rolling Thunder down B lane. Not everybody can get out of that. Verbs extends. And that is a full clear from SAD Esports. Blue Water, let's not go there again.
Match point.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they did force out the Rolling Thunder, but more importantly, SAD Esports hang on to the rest of their ultimates. They had 4 ultimates, they only needed to do 1, and then they just ran on top of them. SAD Esports right now 1 round away, booking their ticket to playoffs. Blue Water still fighting. Not a lot of money to go around, but they're going to try and make this one work. We've seen them do a thrifty before. They need to do it now. Question is who is going to be the hero? It's mostly been Shondex. Shondex is going to be having the Vandal here, as Bob is going to be going in deep.
And immediately trampled by Nabil. Blue Water, they just have to stack on top of this, fully commit to the bit, and it's not funny, guys. It's not working with a crowd. Shondex and Zeke will get the space back, though, and on close range can make these shots work, field out the site, get the spike down mega early in the round, forcing SAD to reconsider.
Oh, Zeke.
Where is Zeke going?
Excellent.
How has he got this far?
Flush him out.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh my goodness, how do they find these? That's incredible. So overwhelmed is Benji. But the smoke will reduce this to 2 1v1s again, and we know SAD has dealt with those before. Shondex, nope. Not ready for Shondex to breach that. You should be. This guy's insane. 3 now for Cypher. How many is that now for Shondex? 18? Where they're down 8-12?
Oh my God.
So impressive.
It's so good. I look at the score line now. I mean, once again, that was a thrifty round coming in from Blue Water. They did not have the weaponry to make that one work, and now SAD Esports are on the bargain buy. Using a couple of ultimates as well in that last round. Not how you wanted things to go. It felt like they were using those ultimates in more of a reaction, a panic, trying to turn things around. But now all they've got left is that Hunter's Fury. Oh, we have a tech pause at the worst time.
Dude, come on.
Oh,
We're back. We're good.
okay. We're back into it. Tech pause, get out of here. First, already going in deep and stunned up.
Back to round 1 formula, but quickly shunned and stunned. Now we'll just try to get in a window.
Away.
And Bob, another punishment for the Neon v Neon. It's clear Ferbs has been labbing this just a little bit more, I think. Hunter's Fury now from Dip.
So early.
Try to clear this board. Yeah, especially when Blue still have opportunities to engage. And Zeke and Zostal will take those with pride. Reopen B, and for that matter, A site as well. Blue Water have a lot of options with this rotation, especially since Zostal is holding onto this TP. They can really pressure anywhere on the map right now. And so SAD will focus their occupation on the C lane that they know well, and the A site that they'll probably need to end up guarding.
Benji with the paranoia. This one could be huge. If they walk forward, the information is given away. Yep. Oh, here we go.
Now spray down the boxes. Benji has to hop back in. Aftershock is still going to pressure him a little bit farther here, but it doesn't mean the Blue are committing. They're just contesting. With 30 seconds still available, they'll walk back and potentially prey off of Shondex's lurk that is extended all the way back into A lobby. Did I forget to mention Dip left that site?
This is good. The flank is underway as well, but yeah, A is completely open.
Open season.
Smokes are going to be tossed out there, but keep in mind, Zeke still has a Rolling Thunder available.
10 seconds
This is
left.
so easy for Blue Esports, but don't count Sad App yet. Dip's picked up a rifle.
If anything, the spread is anti-Rolling Thunder specifically for that Nabil. Great attempt, but still taken down, and Shondex has far too much space to call his own now. It's a quick as quick can be shutdown. Benji almost thwarted by the shock darts here, but we'll extend just a little bit longer. Maybe try and get one more pick here because Blue Water's still not out of the woods yet, and their eco still is not the best.
Not quite yet, but more importantly, I'm taking a look at the ultimate economy that just happened there. We saw Dip go for the Hunter's Fury. It felt a little bit undercooked, a little bit under pressure, under stress. And as a result of that, found next to no value. That is an ultimate you wish you still had online into these next rounds. Especially too, as Sad Esports will have tied up weapons. This is when you want to use those ultimates to make sure that things are going to work in your favor. Blue Water 3 rounds away from potentially tying it up. I don't know what happened in these last couple of rounds, but they've really stepped up their attack.
Yeah. And they still have ways to cycle through, especially if Welly is able to pop off this round. Oh, here it is. We really thought we were done. Okay, who has to go to the bathroom? Let's be real. Come on. Let's
just that much
come on.
pressure.
Like, seriously, guys? Who just say you have to go to the bathroom. I think we can all respect it. Nah, but I don't think there's necessarily a concrete answer either way to this, because Blue Otter, they've just amped up, and Sad Esports, they've tried to adjust round by round and just try to, I don't know, maybe get back in like the firefight groove, because that's where they feel really good from backlines. But Blue Water's getting into backlines like way too often. They've been rapping, they've been flanking, they've been snaking, they've been roaming, almost more than Nabil was first half. So it's really tough for Sad to make a concrete choice without spreading themselves out because of the fear of the Rolling Thunder, or the fear of the Overdrive, or the fear of the Hunter's Fury. It's hard for them to not take fights by themselves.
And what's also too, like, we're watching the Blue Water offense, and it's so clean. Every single time that they go in, it's very quick. Go in there, get the spike down, and then figure out what we want to do and get that underway. We didn't see that speed necessarily come from Sad Esports on their attack. Of course, they did win out the half, but overall, I mean, right now the defense for Sad Esports is kind of crumbling under the pressure of this Blue Otter offense. Blue Otters, they've got their eyes set on map 3, and it's looking a lot more possible than it did earlier, Tenrek.
Far more. But still 3 rounds away from that contest. Bob will get rid of this first trap wire the hard way. And it looks like she'll have to do it again. Yeah, slides right into it. But the rest of Blue is actually still here to play as well, and so they can just breach this without her help. What? Shondex just is Neon, I guess, because he's gonna get 3. What? Hello? All right, back to bad guns again, I guess.
Yeah, we didn't need those rifles anyways.
Yeah, get him out of here.
What is going on? Shondex is looking like the duelist of the squad right now.
That was disgusting, dude.
Yeah, just like walks in. Okay, a little bit of a spray and pray on that one kill at the back of C. Yeah. But at the same time, Shondex has been shooting and killing extremely well. The neural theft already back online. And Sad Esports, little bit tough weaponry here. It's going to be 1 Vandal coming in, 2 Stingers, and 2 Sheriffs. I don't know what to talk about, because at this point, like, the Thrifties have been coming through quite well, but maybe it's only on Bob's favor. Bob looking back, that could be an instrumental first pick.
They're going to try and collapse on top of it to get a worthwhile trade, and Ferb's trying to multitask by the C site that's no doubt getting opened by it, and he's good for 1. Like Benji's good for 1. Sad Esports, they'll shut it down at the right time. And just as you said, it can happen anywhere, anytime, and with half the team now no longer on set eco, it's a lot easier. Zeke dry swing out of the smoke. Ferb's caught off guard, making it a 2v3. as well. He gets the plant down. No, Paranoia on top of a shark dart for that matter. And Zeke exposed in front of the boxes. Darkest, though, with the worst gun, can't get the long-range damage complete, and now has to duck back to the rest of the squad, as Blue Water still have 50 seconds to play with on this site. Darkest, fault line again to try and time things out. Blue's so terrified of where the rest of SAD could be. They only have confirmation on Darkest, so they know that the rest of them gotta be here in Link, right? Zeke confirms at least Dip's presence by the kill. Benji up next. Zeke ready for it too! Give this man the ace! No, Welly will stay standing, and Blue Water save themselves yet again!
Look at the HP pools! Such low HP at that point. Also, too, I have issue with you saying that the Stinger's the worst gun in the game, but we'll get to that later.
Did I say? I didn't say it was the worst gun in the game. I said worst gun in the game.
Okay, fine. But regardless, the Stinger at that point
That's not
could
the
have
worst.
done more
Well,
than enough
you know what?
damage. Okay, all right. You're done talking. It's my turn. Hashtag Stinger Nation. Where are you at? But SAD Esports, they should have been able to win that. I mean, sure, it was a thrifty buy, yet somehow they're able to turn it around. Excellent, just playing off each other. Welly and Zeke, heads on a swivel, making sure they're checking all these individual angles, playing in weird angles as well, holding crossfires, able to find the kills, isolate it. That's what you need. Zostil now with the operator, misses that first shot, and now SAD know that the operator's in play.
Herbs is going to use that to reposition back to the podium. Meanwhile, looks like Blue Water are going to just stock up some util to try and trade this fight out. It's really gutsy, though. Which is why the rest of Blue Water isn't moving all too much, except, of course, Shondex, because this guy can just go wherever he wants, I guess. Owl Drone will spot him.
There.
Bob now repositioned to Darkest, escaping all but a wall bang, chipped down to half, and still forced to hold this angle to a mild degree until Blue leaves, which they will. Another relocation, potentially to an A site that is not occupied at all.
Okay, overdrive now going to be activated. Shondex should be able to get that one out, never mind. But at least knows where Ferbs' presence is. The defensive smokes are being cast out
30
here.
seconds
But
left.
the execute from the Blue Waters is going to be very much underway. They should not face too much resistance after dodging that fault line.
So much early util that, yeah, Blue is just going to be able to step into it, and by the time the fight really starts, it'll fade away. Nabil can't stick the landing on the lane, and it'll only get one on the flank. And so it's the rest of SAD that have to execute, but they can do it to a degree on the back line. Running around is Bob to distract Berzo to get the last frag. And we'll go to overtime here on Haven after Blue Water clearly have enough to offer on the attack.
Yeah, they do. I'm so impressed by the Blue Water attack right now, Tenrek.
Yeah.
I know I said this before. I know this. I said that this is something I'm looking forward to, but actually seeing the execution of it all, it's beautiful. Every single time we're seeing them just kind of play so dynamically around SAD Esports. And you can see that Ferbs is trying to take opportunities. A couple of kills going their way. Nabil back on the flank, trying to make magic happen, and yet they just get shut down. SAD Esports, gotta pick your heads back up. You're in OT right now. Blue Water, so close to getting that map 3 at this point. Felt like a pipe dream. 5 rounds ago, you chain 5 together, and suddenly here we are. See how it goes. Blue Water are going to be on the defense first. Arguably their weaker side, as SAD get the first kill.
They knew they had to get aggro with it, and they do on 2 fronts, meaning that Shondex can get the early trade. Bob spotted, but not slid through. Ferbsa swings back on the blind and closes it out. Shondex, a sliver of health to try to execute on this window drop, but Benji has the sense and probably an inkling of eyesight. Zoe only good for 1 as well on the wrap. Great ideas coming through from Blue Water, but just not enough execution. It's got to come down to Welly, who, to be fair, has an Odin, but not a good sight line, and so Dip can execute immediately. And SAD Esports once again on the verge of ending this match. And with Trust and Plug just now eliminating Rose from the contention, they sit waiting for the losers of this match already. Blue Water will not have a moment to breathe if they lose this round. And they'll be thrust back into one of the toughest matches they've had in recent months again.
The mental at that point is not going to be feeling good. But you got to pull through. If that situation even happens, right now it's going to be which one of these teams is able to win out the defense. Both of them so much better on the offense. A very clean round coming in from SAD Esports there. But now they're on the defense, and this is where Blue Water just tore them apart. A very different look than some of these previous rounds.
Yeah.
A site completely open. Blue Water going for a slow play. Tenric, that makes me a little bit worried.
Same. One lone defensive smoke is enough to force Blue Water to play the waiting game in this lobby for so long. And yet, so much defensive prowess so far this game has been entirely propelled by being there at the right time and meeting the attacking team in the middle. Which Sad will not be able to do this time around, because it's A-site, baby! Double smoke, TP to hell, an extension from Blue Water onto A-site, while Sad Esports wait in the wings for the re-up.
Spike planted.
Spike down. Nobody playing heavy link. In fact, Shondex is all the way back watching for the lane push. Nobody is there. A full fight on the A site is what could decide this match here. It'll be Ferbs to strike first, right through the smoke into hell to at least gain the space for Darkus to swing through and grab 2. Easy trade for the 3v3. Sad gets to step at least 1 foot into sight, and with the additional drop down, they have the bamboozle onto Zostal, perfectly timed. Nabil has the wide angle, but Benji the blind, so Zeke can spray through and at least take out the first diffuser. But with the cyber case of coverage, it's Zeke who has to clutch up. He will first onto the spray on Nabil, and with the rolling thunder, just as Dip approaches, Blue Water clutches up again, and we'll go to overtime once more.
What are these rounds?
Overtime.
Oh my god! Such a good retake coming in from Sad Esports there. But just a bit of better positioning coming in from the Otters. They kept a couple of people on site to be a little bit more of those contingency factors. Ferbsa just kind of runs it down, slides right through everything, catches everybody's attention, allowing the rest of Sad to clean him up. But it's the rest of the Blue Otters, specifically Shondex and Zeke, keeping that one alive. So important at that point. And now, once again, like you said, OT coming back, Sad, able to at least get one, but it's immediately traded out.
So it'll once again be the A push, this time from Sad. Ferbsa, once again, long arm of the law into hell.
Spike planted.
Welly already upstairs, big flank this time, and Benji is more than watching it. Is he fighting it a second time? He is ready for it!
Way.
Perfectly read! And nothing doing this time from the Blue Water defense unless Welly and Bob can come up big on about 100 collective health between them. 1 down, 3 to go. Sad Esports also kind of worse for wear here, and Dip's stuck on the spike still. So has to fight first, but that kind of means that Benji gets to stall out just a little bit longer. Double swing, Ferbsa, good on Bob. And the time crunch leads to a real crunch that gives Sad Esports yet another match point.
Match point.
It's the defensive round. I think if Blue Water honestly take that first defensive round, they win this one out. But unfortunately, it's Sad's offense. Not looking as close when you think about it. 3 members still alive, well positioned, more or less shutting down Blue Otter's defense. Well, when Sad was on the attack, it comes down to just one person surviving that 1v1 scenario. Sad ready to close the door. I think if they lose this map, their mental is not going to be looking too good going into Bind. Knowing that they went from that 9-3 half, the curse is in fact real. And information given as Blue Otter. They're not joking around this time. Taking some space here onto A. Not sure if they want to execute just quite yet.
They don't have to. With the one-way up sewer, it's tough to even check. Dip is going to do some passive checking just by hopping and skipping and jumping, and Bob will pop that, clock that, and now try to press that. Swinging from Ferbsa on the stun, a little how do you do, so Dip can easily get the kill, but Bob can do the exact same thing, and Dip is the one that's worse for wear. Now it's Ferbsa to try and repair the fight, but he can't do a damn thing. And Sad Esports walled out the exact same way that Blue Otter was in the previous round, except they have a Benji and a Nabil to try and help him out. Omen with all the util in the books, but what do you do with it at this point? Really, you can't do anything, but you gotta try, because you can't save.
The wonders of OT. And look at this, they're even checking to see whether or not someone is on the flank.
Yeah.
Gotta execute this, but just gonna be walking into the gauntlet. Paranoia is gonna be going out.
That'll be good for a good few. Bob will be forced to duck out for a moment, but yeah, there's just far too much in front of him. Far, far, far too much. So, we go again. Here in overtime. Sad Esports back on the attack once more, and like you said, It seems far too close at this point for SAD Esports. They are in a vulnerable position on these attacks, but it's Blue Water that calls the timeout.
Yeah, I mean, the number one thing that can really decide games is the tilt. And at this point, the mental for SAD Esports being drawn out this much, there must be frustration. And this timeout being called by Blue Water, yeah, sure, this is a chance for you to be able to figure out your defense, all of that type of stuff. But if you're in the SAD Esports camp, you want to make sure that you are keeping things calm, keeping things relaxed, so that these players can play the best of their abilities. We're seeing a little bit of inconsistency in how they're going about things, and those are giving Blue Water opportunities to be able to go in and potentially find a couple of kills, which are completely changing this around. And so if Blue Water win this defense, I think we will be seeing that map number 3. SAD Esports just to have to keep on winning the offense if they want to get themselves onto match point.
Might just become a one-site map here for how figured out the formula is, at least in SAD's eyes.
Here.
Maybe it'll be another lobby lurk and they'll rotate. They're already going to set Nabil up once again on the flank watch.
Scanning ahead.
Oh no, just putting a cam up on the courtyard. Okay. Wow, Welly, that's actually madness.
Oh boy.
Now you have to rush in even harder. Ferbson needs one here. And Zostal is going to spot him. Gorgeously taken up by Blue Water. Zostal still kicking, but Dip is wrapped around the blocks and the cyber cage has kept Zoe away. Now they can fully enact. Nabil will get the kill. And SAD avert the danger, at least the first one, but second one is close behind. Bob not spotted just yet, never mind. Bob still getting kills. Benji whiffing. Nabil has to glitch up and cans!
Here we go, Tedrek. We might be seeing map number 3 now. Sean Dex and Bob come in. Bob just AD. Taps ahead here, taps ahead there.
Switching sides.
The Blue Waters find themselves onto match point when they've been down this entire game.
Wait.
A mountain to climb, and now they just need to get this offense. And if history does tell us anything, it's that Blue Water is extremely good on their offense. If you're SAD, you're starting to sweat a little bit. This defense has to be good. This defense has to shut them down. Otherwise, you are getting dragged to that final map where everything is back up into the air. So close, yet so far from SAD Esports.
And Blue walking in with confidence now that they've taken that and have the lead. For the very first time this map. But not approaching any site with that same level. They would love that guaranteed frag first.
It's so slow right now.
Big web here for SAD. This is crazy for Nabil, but he'll find it. That's a good punish on Bob's roam. And out. Just smoke to make sure that garage push is diluted. Recon bolt. Too much attention paid. Blue Water get on just fine. And with the blind, Darkest is also walled out. They'll try to get on, and they will succeed. Darkest good for 2, but Shondex can hold down Link. Verbsa trying to clutch up for SAD to give them another shot at getting this done in 2.
30 seconds left.
Suspicious. The spike didn't go down, and Verbsa has the read here.
Oh, wow.
Not necessarily the sound information, but just has an idea on what might be going on.
The cam, that's going to be heard, so Verbsa could shoot that out. Instead, he's just going to run past it. And he goes! Oh, found Zeke! Up to heaven! Already knows where he's at! But 5 seconds, he's just going to leave! He can't find Spike! He's going to get chased down! Verbsa's going to win for SAD on time!
Oh my goodness!
How do you win like that to keep this game going?
Oh no, too, Verbsa!
I cannot believe what a perfect... Oh my god, that was so perfectly timed. I'm gonna lose my marbles. Knows that cam is up, knows that shooting it will alert them to the fight, but not stopping the plant. Knows he just has to run in and go for it. And he freaking does, and he freaking wins it!
Finds the headshot as well onto Darkest, who had just cast the fault line, so the rifle wasn't even out, and then immediately just disappears. And Nabil, aware of what has just happened, tries to chase, but you can't follow that, Neon. It's so frustrating. And now Sad, back onto the attack. They force out that OT. Both of these teams winning their defensive rounds. And we're back at a standstill once again. I can only imagine the nerves that these players are feeling right now.
Oh, there's an earthquake in the scrim room for sure. Tremors from all of these players.
Scanning ahead.
But one must collapse. One way or another, we must move forward. One way or another, Sad must move forward. And they'll take this lane sheepishly. Good reason. Blue's entirely shifted over to this AB lane. And they're right.
There they are.
Sad might not even care. They'd rather just take the fight. So, already posted on the high spot. And Verbs whiffs on top of the paranoia. Rest is Sad. Gotta work overtime to make this attack work. And they just can't press the button. They'll try to work off of Nabil's rotation instead and head to B site, where Blue Water are gonna be able to rush pretty quickly. Now it's Nabil who has to light up for whoever steps into range. And it's Bob who's able to take him down. Rushing through to the C site now for extra coverage, and Darkest whiffs too. Everyone on Sad choking at the bitter end. And it's Blue Water that'll get handed another chance on the attack to get to map 3.
It is uncharacteristic to see all of those players make those whiffs. I think the pressure is finally surmounting. Blue Water once again on map point here. And if you're Sad Esports, you can't just depend on Ferbsa to be able to play a crazy game like that last round.
This goes here.
You gotta make something else happen here. You gotta be a little bit better than that. Otherwise, Blue Water will be getting what they want. Here we go. This next round, Bob going in fast yet again.
And starting by hard clearing. Garage, Nabil stepping into a whirlwind.
Gotta go.
That's what we were searching for the first time around, that Blue Water was in the lead. Smoke to protect both sides. Ferbsa getting way back with this fast lane, but can't complete! Once again, it's a flurry of whips in Blue Water. It's a flurry of players that extend to the back site. And will give Blue Water a 17-15 victory on Haven, which will take us to bind to decide the 7th playoff berth.
What a match we got to see between those two. Not even, honestly, that map alone really just defines how this whole thing was going. Big shout out to the Blue Waters. I told you that their offense on Haven was going to be unreal. I was starting to doubt it a little bit more, and then suddenly it's the defending sides that just pick up in overtime. This is going to be really tough because Sad Esports, they thought that they had that one. They thought that they were going to get off scot-free, but they're dragged to map number 3. The decider, which is Bind.
Such a tough map to bounce back from, but they must if they want to not face off against Trust and Plug in that 3rd match of the night. We got more Valorant coming your way, either way, here on the mainstream in just a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere.